Welcome back, viewers, here at the Super Soul Show. We are still having a fantastic time with our guest of today, Martin Owila. He'll be telling us what drives him in life. What drives you?
Yeah, I believe many things drives people in life. But personally, what drives me in life is God, knowing that there is a creator in heaven that also has created me. You see, the person who creates something knows the purpose of that thing.
Yeah.
And number two is my vision, the mentorship vision that I have, to be able to impact on my generation in terms of changing their attitudes, in terms of changing them to be responsible. So that makes me every morning wants to, come up with new things, come up with new ideas. Who do I need to talk to? What course of people do I need to meet? Where do I need to go? And also my parents, that is my mom. By their mom, hi, yeah. My mom is also one person that drives me because he continues to encourage me and uplift me. There's something that they say in African proverb that no tree is stronger than its roots. Okay, so and our parents are our roots, our parents, our history. Those are the things that drive us. And number four is my history, also part of it. Because if you know your history, then you know where you are going to.
It's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you know your history, you know where you're going to. If you know your history, then you know what you are able to change, what you're able to improve on, what you're able to make better.
Yeah.
And number five is people.
Yeah.
Yeah. People and others are also one thing that drives me. Because I realize without them, I cannot be.
It's true.
God has made us in such a way that everything that we do, we depend on each other. For this show to be a success, I need you. For this show to be a success, then we need the crew. For this show to be a success, we need other people also who are supporting us. The viewers might be seeing only two people, but we know behind the scenes, there are more than two who are sitting, talking to them.
Yeah.
And so people are key, because everything that we do, for my mentorship program to be a success, I must be talking to people.
Yeah.
If there are no people, there is no program.
It's true.
If there is no program, then there is nothing you are doing.
Yeah.
And so those are things that drives me. And also my mentors, my teachers, the people that also show me the way. Yes.
So that brings me to that question of
Yes.
mentors. Who are
Yeah.
your mentors? Because now we are receiving very powerful bites from you,
Yeah.
and people may want
May
to
wonder.
know who feeds you. Who
Yeah.
feeds you?
Well, I draw from a lot of people. I'll just mention five for today. And the number one mentor we shall say is Jesus Christ. Looking at his life, and looking at the impact, and also him being a savior to us. Number two is Bishop David Edepo, our fellowship with Winners Chapel. And so him being the bishop of that commission, he has been able to drive a lot in us. I've read his books, and a lot have captured from feeding from his books. There are people I might not have met one-on-one, but you can meet your mentors in very many places. I think we'll touch on that when I finish mentioning them. And also I have one pastor that made me, I never used to stand before people to talk, but he guided me towards that by introducing me to talking to youth, talking to teens, talking to high schools and stuff. Pastor Luke Mbure. He's also one person that helped me. He's the one who got me to start this idea of talking to people. And then I have one great man called Miles Munro. Anything to do with leadership, you'll probably not miss hearing from the great Miles Munro. Because he's a man, Dr. Miles Munro is a man that is multifaceted in teaching on leadership, in teaching on purpose, in teaching on also, our direction of life. And so I draw a lot from Miles Munro concerning leadership. I draw a lot from Miles Munro concerning relationship issues, and that they are gifted in that.
Yeah.
And also my mother, Lorna Diambo. I mean, all of us are products of mothers.
It's true. Yeah.
And without a mother, we probably wouldn't have been. And mothers might not have given you the best, but they are the best.
It's
The same way we say east, west, home is best,
Yeah.
that is focusing on mothers, when
Yeah.
we go back to the
Yeah.
mothers.
Yeah. It's true.
And so those are some of my mentors and people who have made me to come this far. And the challenge I realized with mentorship is that people want mentors to come to them. I mean, you don't expect at Sasa, you know, your mom or someone you're looking up to just to come to you, okay? We should make a move.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that we should meet these mentors in person. Many of our everyone has a mentor. You talk to anyone in music, they'll tell you there's someone they're looking up to, someone that sings, that inspires them. You talk to a sportsman, I have mentors in sports. I have the likes of Mike Mwanja, I have the likes of Wilson Kopondo, I have the likes of Diki Samo or Lawrence Puyachi. These are players that I was looking up to, and they drive you even to, I even find myself behaving as some of them. Okay, and that is why mentorship is so key. Because if you hook onto someone who is in the wrong field, then you are going to end up wrong than him. If you hook onto someone that is impacting you, then you'll end up also impacting on others. So we have various avenues to reach out to mentor. You can reach out to them in books, you can reach out to them by listening to tapes and CDs, by Googling them, getting to know their story, by watching them live when they come, you know, into programs. I mean, we have YouTube. So mentors are all over. With our generation, we have no excuse. We have a lot. Even though I've been taught and I've read books on purpose, I still had to Google the meaning of purpose before I came. Because you have to refresh yourself. You have to be refresh yourself. You have to be new every time. Okay? It's only a watered grass that remains green every time. If you stop watering any grass, it will dry up. So the same thing with our lives. In your field, in your areas of endeavor, in your areas of career, in your gifts and talents, I mean, you have to continue watering that. And you water that by listening, by training, by building capacity, by putting more on the same. I mean, sometimes you should just find yourself alone in the house, just talking as if you're talking to the camera. I do that. When I was learning to play combo drums, I'll just play in my desk. Even when I sit, listening to music, I'll just play. And so that perfects me. I get the beats within my head. Okay? So we need to continue watering our talents. We need to continue watering the gifts that we have, the careers that we are pursuing. Okay? I mean, you should take advantage of every opportunity. If there is a graduation in school, there is an event in school, and you know you are a camera guy, you know you can do a shoot, you know you can interview someone, you just make time and do that.
It's true.
Yeah, just make time and do that. You can do it on a phone. So it perfects you. Okay? With our careers, don't just, we need, and I think this is to our youth, don't just be someone who is passive in life. Don't be passive. There's an event, there is a function, let us get involved. Participate. Participate in politics, participate in sports, participate in education, participate in building the economy around you, participate in your community, in your school, in your class, in whatever area. I think that is how I grew living my life. For some also who have witnessed and have engaged with me, I'm someone who I like participating, okay? Even when you are on top of things, let's say you are organizing, you don't just organize and sit back and watch. Because it won't go the way you want it unless you are part of it. That is what we call involvement. So participate. People might see you up and down, nika unafanya kila kitu. It doesn't matter. What matters is what comes out of that, is that you participated, you are involved, and you are able to put something to it. Okay? So that as we do that, we are growing in terms of our community, as a society, as a people, as a university, and also as a nation. You can imagine if a week will go by with that, it doesn't make sense. A week will not pass if I don't talk to a group of people, either invited, or I make time, or I take advantage of whatever is there. Because with our positions, even they can invite you in a meeting, and at one point they'll invite you just to say hi. Okay? In that area of saying hi, you can talk on something, you can encourage, you can inspire. So the same, the moment we identify our gifts and talents, the moment we identify our purpose in life, it will make you to be effective. It will make you to be effective, okay? For example, in Mount Kenya University on Saturday, they are having a Super Sato kind of a match day, a sports gala. As a sportsman, maybe as a student, I should ask myself, will I be part of a team? As a student, will I be involved? As a media personalist, you should ask yourself, can I be able to make it and interview one or two people? Because there shall be winners on that day, there shall be losers, there shall be people playing. Even if I don't have the gadgets with me, I have a phone. Even if I don't have a phone, I have a mouth, I have myself. So that through that you continue just to talk with people. Yeah, I mean, how was the game? How did you guys find it? How do you feel about the win? That would be someone who is doing media person. For someone who desires to be a coach in future, can also take advantage of that. Because teams are registering. You can hook yourself to any other team and tell them, you know what, guys, I'm volunteering to be team manager of a team. And you just guide them through. Yeah. So I think with that, as much as we identify mentors, youths, we need to find ourselves in participation. Let us be involved. Let us be proactive. Yes.
So, who is your greatest inspiration? Like you sit down and you're looking at this person, or you're listening to him or her, and you tell yourself, I really need to be like this person.
Well, being someone that is involved in different things, in sports, and in life, and in leadership. I'll mention one, David Oyedepo, the man from Nigeria. He's someone I listen to almost every day. He's someone, I think he's the only guy I've read more, in terms of books that I've read, the highest number is from Bishop David Oyedepo. And also I have Miles Monroe, who has taught us on how, a person who teaches me on how to be who I am. A person who makes me to feel like an African, I don't need to stoop low. As a black man, I don't need to stoop low. And also the third person I have is a man called Joshua Maponga, who also inspires me a lot. And all these people have something in common, that they value who we are as Africans and who we are as black people. Because most of the time we tend to stoop low. We are also great people. We have a lot in us, and we can also achieve a lot.
Yeah, it's true. So is there any point in your life maybe you felt like almost giving up? Of course you've achieved a lot, but now leave alone about your history when you were young, after you were Form 4. When you joined university at the Great Lakes, and then you started this journey of leadership, then you started the mentorship. What is your greatest challenge that you feel when you have an encounter with it, and you just say, I think all my life this has just been my greatest challenge, and then it made you to feel like you want to give up, but again you remember your purpose and you say, no, I don't want to give up. What is that challenge?
I think that is the pressures of life. The moment when you feel you can't, when I felt I could not do something about a certain situation, it makes you feel low. And even as a student leader, it doesn't matter. People might see you and feel, you are this big in size. But when it comes to the heart and the mind, it's not about size of our physique. Because you can really feel down at one point, And I've felt that, I've been challenged. But we just encourage ourselves, knowing that, every time you wake up every morning, there is hope. Every time you wake up every morning. So if you can't achieve, that is how I encourage myself. That no matter the challenges, no matter the matter, if I can't, achieve something today, what will I do? I'll go back to sleep, wake up the next morning, and continue. If I don't achieve it, go back to sleep again, wake up the next morning, keep on grinding. And I share a lot about my experience as a sportsman, because sports gives you all that caliber. At one point you are not making the team. What do? You train hard and hard. You go into a match, you lose, you train hard and hard. When I was playing for Mount Kenya University, we had lost some games before. But we told ourselves as a team that, you know what, guys, we need to win Kusa. And so what did we do? We went back to training. So it doesn't matter your failures, it doesn't matter the losses that you've encountered, you keep on training until you make it. And we made it. And when we won that Kusa, we said, guys, we can make it. And now it even gives hope. Then you can achieve. So let's just stop our excuses. It's not wrong to feel challenged. It is okay to feel angry. It is okay to feel lonely. But the thing is, all these things are temporal. There is no one to blame. There is no one to have excuses. All we need to do is still keep our feet. Let's keep grinding. Because we know that since we were born, we are not the same way the way we were. I mean, kuna time maze, can you imagine kuna time huku unatembea? You are just scrolling, okay? And Martin Luther reminded us that in whatever you do, keep on moving. So if you are not, if you can't fly, then do what? Then run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, tamba. If you can't tamba, just scroll. But whatever means, keep on moving forward.
It's true.
Keep on moving forward.
Wow.
Yes.
That is so fantastic.
Yes.
So, to our youths out there,
Yeah.
maybe who have tried their level best to do something, but things are not working out for them, and they really need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
They really need someone who can tell them that everything is possible.
Yeah.
Like as the way you said, when you put sugar in tea and
Yeah.
you do not stir it,
It won't be sweet.
yeah, it won't be sweet. So what is the advice you can give to the people out there? They are trying to do something, it's not working out for them, they feel like giving up, they really need someone to talk to, they really need someone who will be there for them and talk to them,
Yeah.
but they find it so difficult. What is the advice?
Okay, my advice, even as you close, would be we have a lot of potential. Every one of us has a purpose. And it doesn't matter the challenges we are really going through, okay? It doesn't matter which level you have reached. Sometimes when I tell people I started with a certificate, it looks like a joke until you share it, okay? I did a certificate, stayed 1 year out again, doing my stuff, did a diploma, and now I'm doing a bachelor's, and it gives you hope that you can go to the highest level. So it doesn't matter where you are starting. Okay? And I'll close by giving an example of a phone. Everyone in our generation has a phone. When you buy a phone, the phone is working. When you buy a new phone, you know so well that if you text someone, the text will go, as long as you have a SIM card, which is you in this case. When you buy a phone, you know that if you dial 0712 and you call a certain number, it will go through. And so everyone has something to make themselves, available and to do a lot. But for us to maximize more, for this phone to maximize, for it to be more effective, then what do? We download things like WhatsApp, we download Instagram, Twitter, certain apps.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that without these apps, the phone can't work. The phone can work even without these apps.
Yeah.
True.
True.
And so it only means that where we have a lot within us. And what we have can definitely make us to achieve a lot. But to be more effective, to be more efficient, to reach out to more people in terms of network, in terms of articulation, then we download things to do with education, we go for trainings, we build capacity, and that is the hope that we have.
Yeah.
Just like a phone works when it is bored, even without downloading certain apps, the same way we are. When we were born, God had already put things inside us that we can be able to achieve. So you can't say, Jusijenda chuo siwezi make it. You can't say, Jusina do siwezi make it. There is something within you that you're supposed to be maximizing, stirring up. That is what will guide you towards education, towards making money, towards achieving a lot. And every one of us has something. And like we said earlier, loneliness is not really the absence of people, but the absence of direction. It is the absence of what? Purpose. So if you identify your purpose in life, if you identify the direction you want to take, then I believe we can all be good. And just like a tree grows within certain times, within certain degrees, there's a generation that waters a tree, and we should never forget that, so that it helps us to do our part, so that it helps us not to compete, so that it helps us not to, compare ourselves with others, because it's killing our generation. We don't need to compare ourselves with anybody. We don't need to compete with anybody. Everyone has their unique gifts and talents. And we usually say men are in sizes and life is in phases. So enjoy your phase per time as you grow. Enjoy your size per time. Be someone who is, committed and also appreciative. Let us be grateful because it's killing our youth. There is no need of competition. There is no need of comparison. There is a generation that plants a seed. There is a generation that waters the seed. As the seed continues to grow, there's a generation that trims the seed. It trims the tree. At the end of the day, when this tree is all grown up, then we all enjoy the shade and we all enjoy the fruit. Thank you.
Wow, that is so fantastic. We are coming to the end of our show, but before we close the show,
Yes.
we would like our guests to share with us maybe the social media handles. Maybe
Oh.
some people would like to talk to you.
Oh, sure.
They would like you to speak to them,
Yeah.
maybe containing different issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just share with us.
Oh,
the-
so in Facebook it's Martin Owila with an H. You definitely see a photo of me. And my number is 0712-897-520. For those who like to call, I shared my cover list, and anyone who would like, to talk on any issue that I'm able and willing to assist, I will definitely assist. On Twitter is at Martin Owila too. Yeah.
So maybe you kindly repeat your number because
Oh,
you're
my
so
number,
fast.
my number is 0712
Uh-huh.
897 520. Facebook, Martin Owila with an H. You'll see a picture of me in blue. Yeah, in my face. Yeah, if you know my face.
Instagram.
I'm not in Instagram. Yes.
Okay, fine.
I'm
So
not in Instagram.
you've heard where you can speak to him. So we've come to the end of our show. We believe that you've also had a fantastic time with us here and with our guest who is Martin Owila. So we have come to the end of our show. You can as well speak to me, your host here, on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Dorcas Owano. And remember to tune in to my YouTube channel every week. And remember to like, share and subscribe. We've come to the end of our show. It has been a nice time having you here. Have a blessed time.